Cardano has just been delisted from Grayscale's digital large cap fund, which has right now over $500 million in assets under management. This has a pretty big impact. As a part of today's video, I want to highlight why Cardano was removed, if we could see Cardano relisted in the future, as well as exactly what replaced Cardano. Now, that said, I want to end on a positive note, touching on other ETP products that are also comprised of ADA. What's up, ADA Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. My name is Fareed, and as I just mentioned there, we have the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund officially delisting Cardano as a part of their rebalancing for the last quarter. Now, as a part of this video, I want to talk about why that happened, exactly where Cardano stands, and I also want to highlight another product given out by Grayscale that actually has quite a bit of ADA shares as a part of it. In addition, I want to end off by highlighting the 21 shares ETP, as well as the ETP that was just launched by Liquid Labs as a part of the SIX Swiss exchange. So if you guys do appreciate content like this, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any comments, then make sure to leave them down below. If you want to take things a step further and you want to support the channel, consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Right now, you'll be able to earn your ADA as well as Matera and the Sarah token, given the fact that the pool is an ISPO partner for both of those ongoing ISPOs. Let's go ahead and just jump right on in. Shout out to Stake with Pride for breaking this news within the Cardano community. I've got a couple of articles here, and I want to go ahead and just jump right on in and explain why Cardano was actually removed from the rebalancing or from the portfolio. So it states here that Grayscale has dropped ADA and Atom after their quarterly rebalancing. The proceeds from the sold tokens were used to buy existing portfolio components, according to Grayscale. Both Cardano and Atom are down year to date. I want to take a moment to just let you guys know that this rebalancing was not due to pricing specifically, but it was actually due to the trading volume that Cardano has received. I'm going to dive into the methodology that CoinDesk actually uses in order to rebalance their portfolio, which is exactly who Grayscale uses when identifying who to also rebalance with as well. So it states here, the removal of the tokens was part of Grayscale's quarterly fund rebalancing, and they are the world's largest crypto-focused asset manager, and they announced that on the 4th of April. Taking a look at the historical portfolio balance, we have Bitcoin coming in with 67%, Ethereum with about 28%, Cardano with 1.69%, Polygon with 1%, and Solana with 1% as well. Now, this was a year ago on April 5th of 2023, so a lot of time has gone by, but the relative amount of Cardano was at about 1.69%. Now, if I jump over to the actual platform and we take a look at what the current value of the portfolio is at, we have Bitcoin with 71%, Ethereum with 21%, Solana getting an increase, right? So going from 1% all the way to about 4.5%, followed by XRP, which is brand new, and Avalanche, which is also brand new. So Cardano and Matic being removed and replaced by XRP and Avalanche. Let me know what you guys think down below. I know XRP from a price perspective has not moved in the last, I would say maybe 2 to 3 years, right? Versus Cardano, which is now up over 160% since the lows back in October. So again, it's not necessarily due to the price appreciation or the price action, but the trading volume on some of the bigger centralized exchanges. Now, if I jump over into this next piece here, I do want to quickly highlight some positive news, which is the fact that Cardano is listed on the smart contract Ex-Ethereum fund. So basically any smart contracting platform, excluding Ethereum, where Solana makes up the majority with 58%, Cardano with 14%, Avalanche at 12%, Polkadot at 8%, and Polygon at 6%. Now, I want to also talk about the assets under management because both of these two funds are completely different. If I jump back over to the GDLC fund or the large cap fund, there's over, let's see here, $579 million in assets under management. So a little bit over $500 million, whereas the smart contract fund has just about $4.7 million. So between both of those two funds, the large cap fund is almost 150 times larger than the X smart contract platform fund. Now you can find all this information out from the actual Grayscale website. I've gone ahead and dug some of this up. This is the smart contract X fund. And as you can see here, we got a asset under management amount of $4.7 million. If I jump over in comparison to the large cap fund, that has over again $579 million in assets under management. Scrolling down, we can see the exclusion now of Cardano in the current holdings. And if I jump over here, we can see the current holdings of Cardano for the X Smart Contract Fund, which is right at about 14.62%. Now, just to run some numbers here, if we go ahead and take the theoretical 1.69% that Cardano had when it was listed, and we take that value from the current assets under management, that would equate to somewhere around $9.7 million being held in that large cap fund made up of ADA. So quite a substantial amount compared to the current amount, right, which is 14.6% in the smart contract fund, which that has a total asset under management of $4.7 million. So that would be about $680,000 of Cardano. So $680,000 versus $9.7 million. As you can see, they're quite a big difference, which is why this has such a huge impact on Cardano not being listed there. So the hope is that with additional trading volume coming in, the methodology being used in order to figure out which assets to list in that fund would actually begin to favor Cardano in the future. Again, this is rebalanced every quarter or 4 times per year. And so this is expected to shift, right, as assets within the space grow and as leaders emerge. So I want to quickly touch on the actual methodology here. And so this is done by CoinDesk. And CoinDesk, I believe, passes this information on to Grayscale, who then rebalances their portfolio accordingly. So again, it's not done based off of someone's opinion or just someone's favorability towards XRP, Solana, etc. It's basically done off of certain volume metrics. So it reads here, the CoinDesk Large Cap Select Index Fund is designed to measure the market capitalization or the market cap weighted performance of some of the largest and most liquid digital assets classified in the DACS that meet certain trading criteria or custody requirements. I want to quickly touch on what those requirements are, and they're actually just 2 of them. So number 1, it states here that the selection universe, which is what is used in order to figure out what can be listed in the actual fund, is calculated using the median daily value traded, or the MDVT, across eligible exchanges over the previous 30-day calendar period leading up to and including the reconstitution reference date. So again, the short and skinny here is that they're using the MDVT in order to figure out who is eligible to be listed on this fund. Second, it states that for each of the assets in the universe, right, or the selection universe, they have to determine the closing market cap as of the reconstitution reference date. So the trading volume and the market cap appear to be what are determining which assets are listed in that digital large cap fund dictated by Grayscale. So I want to quickly touch on that. Obviously has a big impact, but it's not the end of the world. This will be rebalanced in about 3 to 4 months, and we could expect to see Cardano listed again on the index if the performance in the trading volume does increase for ADA. The next and last thing I want to quickly touch on here is the fact that we still have some other pretty big funds that are composed of solely ADA. And this one here is coming in from 21 shares. This is their Cardano-based ETF or ETP, and it's labeled under ticker AADA. This states that this is 100% physically backed by ADA. And if I scroll down, we have an asset under management amount of $51 million. So this in turn actually dwarfs the amount that we had in the large cap fund. But of course, the more assets under management we can have, the better. But it's good to see that this is at least, right, 4 to 5 times larger than the allocation that was in the previously or the recently removed digital large cap fund. So I want to quickly touch on that there. And in closing, we have the Swiss SIX exchange, which has now listed the Cardano Liquid ETP as well. Now, this is a little bit smaller. It only has about $869,000, $869,000 worth of assets under management. And this actually kicked off about a month ago with collaboration between the Cardano Foundation and the Liquid Protocol. One slightly different piece about this particular ETP or exchange traded product is the fact that this also stakes the ADA, which is underlying, and provides the ADA staking rewards directly back over into the investors of the fund. So that will do it here for today's video. Again, a pretty brief update. I want to touch on some of the numbers, some of the methodology, and just some of the reasoning as to why Cardano has been removed from this fund. However, we do still have other ETP products that are made up and backed directly by ADA. If you learned anything along the way, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, then consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me, then make sure to leave them down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.